Hello, dear children, and welcome to another session of your ICT class. I am Kritika, and today I'll be discussing about the topic charts in Excel. This topic is for class 8, and we are going to discuss different types of charts. In this presentation, I'll be covering about the topics what are charts, what are different types of charts, what are the different components of a chart that all makes up a chart, and what are the different steps that you need to learn in creating a chart. So let me just start with the presentation. When working with numerical data in Microsoft Excel, sometimes chart is all you need to show the meaning behind the numbers in a graphical way. A chart in Microsoft Excel is a visual representation of data by symbols in the form of bars, columns, lines, dots, bubbles, etc. In Microsoft Excel, chart is basically known as a graph. It represents data in a visualized form. A chart is basically created to draw comparisons among different values and categories that are written in textual manner. In Microsoft Excel, chart can be created by following certain steps. As a chart is a powerful tool that will make you view the comparison among different categories in a pictorial way, and it will make the data representation more attractive and effective for the learners. Chart types in Excel are categorized into following categories: areas, scatter, column, bar, line, pie chart, donut chart, bubble, surface chart, radar chart, cone, cylinder, and pyramid chart as well. So, one by one, we'll be discussing these charts. The first type of chart is area chart. The area chart generally shows trends over a time period. An area chart represents values by plotting them with the help of data points that are connected through line segments. It shows change in one or more quantities over a time. Basically, the area chart is used to represent cumulative totals with the help of stacked area. The another type of chart is scatter chart. A scatter chart is used to represent comparisons of data but of two categories only. It is not suitable to represent the comparison among more than two categories. It only represents the comparison of two categories. For example, if we are comparing three or four companies in cases of their sales and we have chosen scatter chart, then the scatter chart will only represent the category comparison of two companies only. It will exclude all the other companies. So a scatter chart is basically used to represent comparisons among two categories only. This is the scatter chart. The another type of chart category is column and bar chart. The column chart is very effective and easy to learn. It represents data in a very easy and effective manner. The column chart represents data in the form of long vertical rectangular bars on x and y axis respectively. The x axis of column chart represents the name of the categories, while the values assigned to each category is represented on the y axis. The x axis are known as category axis and the y axis are known as value axis. X axis is the horizontal axis and y axis is the vertical axis. In contrast to column chart, the bar chart is completely different to it. It represents data in the form of long horizontal rectangular bars. The x-axis represents value assigned to each category that is represented on the y-axis, and in bar chart the y-axis is known as category axis and x-axis of bar chart is known as value axis. They are very easy and effective to represent data. Another type of chart is line chart. It represents data over a time period. It also has x and y axis respectively. The x axis of line chart represents categories and the y axis of line chart represents values. The lines are drawn in such a manner that if any product or any value has seen a tremendous growth, the line will go upwards, and if it is seeing any type of loss or reduction, the line will completely go down. As you can see, the trees are grown higher in the first quarter, but the growth of trees got reduced in the third quarter. So the line got raised in the first second quarter, and it completely got a decline in the third quarter. Then in fourth quarter as well, it saw a hike. So this is line chart. Another type of chart is a pie chart. It is a circular shaped chart that represents only one value. The comparison of one value is represented by different categories of pie, the different shapes, the different sectors. Each value is represented by a different partition, a different slice. Each slice of a pie chart is known as a sector. Each sector represents data value of a particular category. Not more than one category can be displayed or can be represented using a pie chart. In contrast to a pie chart, we have donut chart. If we want to see multiple categories in a circular shaped chart, we can use a donut chart. A donut chart contains more than one data series, and in the shape of ring, the rings gets increased as the categories are increased. Larger the number of categories, greater will be the rings. Each ring is inserted at the outer side of previously created rings. Each ring is further divided into sectors, which further shows the different category values. So a donut chart is much more utilized if we want to see different categories in a circular shaped chart. Now, the next type of chart is bubble chart. A bubble chart is a multivariate chart, and it is an advanced version to the the scatter chart. In scatter chart, only two categories are represented, but if we want to see or draw comparison among multiple categories using small bubbles or small scattered points, we can use the bubble chart. The bubble chart shows multiple categories in the form of bubbles. The next type of charts are radar and surface chart. These two charts are used to represent or plan different types of graphs or mapping. In case of creating different types of maps with the help of charts, radar and surface charts are used. As you can see, if we want to see the mapping done for airlines, they use radar type of structure in which each line is joined with a particular city from where the plane will fly and from where it will pass to another city or country. The same is the surface chart. It is a 3D version of area chart. It represents the three-dimensional view to area chart. The last type of chart category is cone, cylinder, pyramid chart. These are the 3D versions that are used to represent column or bar chart. These are in the shape of cones, pyramids or cylinders, and they are generally used to depict data in the form of column or bar chart. If a user wants to represent data in a 3D view using a column chart, the user can select any of these chart types, either a 3D pyramid, either a 3D cylinder or a 3D cone. That depends on the choice of the user. So this is about the different types of charts. Now, as charts are there might be some of the components that makes up a chart. Now the charts are made up of different components: the chart area, the axis, the chart title, the plot area, etc. The first thing that we should discuss about the component is the chart area. It is the main area that contains all the components of the chart. All the components that make up a chart, whether they are the data series, the plot area, the axis, the grid lines, the legends, etc., are all formed on the chart area. So the chart area is the main area where the main chart is, along with all its component, is created. The another component of the chart is chart title. It is the heading suitable heading that defines what is the chart about. So the chart title can be explained as the heading given to the chart which tells about the main aim of the chart. The another type of component is the plot area. It is the area over the chart area that contains the actual chart. The actual components, for example, the axis along with the data series, are created on the plot area. Then comes the data series. The long bars or the different types of structures that are used to represent different categories are known as data series. And the data point is the single value that represents any category. For example, the sale of company A will be represented by a single block, and that single block is known as a data label or a data point. The collective data points makes up data series. Next is the x and y axis. The x axis are the horizontal axis and the y axis are vertical axis. The x axis represents categories and y axis represents values. Next component is axis title. Like the chart title, the axis title provides suitable headings to both the axes and makes sure that what the axis is all about. The headings, the naming that we do for x and y axis is known as axis title. The next component is grid lines. These are the lines that are used to represent some value other than those represented on y-axis. For example, someone has attained marks 40, but on the y-axis the values are 20, 30, 50 and so on. There is no value that 40 should represent. So the grid lines will be marked in such a way that it represents the middle values. Next is the legend. Legend are the colored or pattern descriptions that represents what each data series is showing. So this is all about the different components of charts. Next is the steps that are used to create a chart. Charts are created on values. If there are no values, there will be a blank chart area. No particular data series will be created on that. So to create a chart, first of all, you need to select or you need to enter the data for which you want to create a chart. The steps to create a chart are as follows. First of all, open Microsoft Excel, then in a blank spreadsheet, in a blank workbook, enter the data on which you want to create a chart. Once the data has been entered in the workbook, select the data for which you want to create the chart. Click on the Insert button and from there choose the chart type. On the Recommended Chart tab, scroll down for the list of charts that are available in Excel. If you do not see any chart, click on All Charts and all the available chart types will be displayed in a separate new dialog box. Now click on the chart that you want to like and that you want to be shown on your workbook for the data that you have entered. Now click on the OK button and you will see the chart on your workbook near to the data that you have entered on the workbook. In this way, you can create a chart for the data that you have entered. To create a chart using shortcut keys, simply select the data and press F11 key. By pressing the F11 key, the default chart type will be displayed on the workbook. This was all about charts. I hope this presentation was fruitful and the explanation was up to the mark. Looking forward for your positive responses. Thank you so much.